Welcome to the Black Men Think podcast. If this is your first time here, know that the views and opinions expressed by the Black Men Think podcast are those of the Black Men Think podcast and not the individual members. With that being said, we're about to be unapologetically, undeniably black.
2 and 3 players out on the bench, and you don't have none of that on the bench. You know what I'm saying? So that's when it started to get real competitive, and you see who really got lucky in their draft and who really know how to play fantasy football. So,
man, one day I got 20 points already. God,
so you blew it. You blew it. But with that being said, welcome to the Black Man Think podcast. Last name good, but my friends call me JD.
Corey.
Yo, what up, man? I'm
He hurt.
my fantasy team struggling right now. This is Mo.
I can't wait.
He hurt.
Boy, I know, right? It's your boy T Black.
Been a long week,
And,
long fantasy week.
We are the Black Man Think podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe, rate, comment, review, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Make sure you join Patreon for sure. Join Patreon, and if you want bonus content, that's where you need to go. Voicemails.
If you're watching this on YouTube, when I'm looking back, we watching the game.
I would just say I'm gonna treat y'all like my kids. Turn the TV off.
Turn the TV off so you can focus. Tell them so you can focus.
Y'all don't focus over there.
Fantasy focus.
But yeah, man. 404-939-6477. Is that right? I think 6477. Call, drop a voicemail. We'll put you on the pod if we like what you got to say.
Do we have one for this week?
We don't have one this week.
Right.
We don't have one this week.
Y'all slipping on your pimping.
Tell them, Tori. Tell them.
Get it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Sip of the week.
What you got?
Man, it's old fashioned, bro. Hey, I mean, it's old fashioned with Basil Hayden.
Oh, I made some good basil.
Hayden. Yeah, Basil Hayden.
Appreciate the
old
basil.
fashioned. Yeah, absolutely. We need a sponsor, bro. We just need a couple of cases a month.
Yeah. Why y'all tripping?
Yeah, a couple of cases. And I mean, with all jokes aside, love to work with the local brand.
Yes.
Preferably a black brand, if we could.
Indeed.
Black Man
You
Think.
know, just make sure it's good, though.
Yeah.
We should probably hit up our black-owned breweries in Atlanta and
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
maybe do a live episode.
That'd be dope.
That'd be facts.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
I like it. I like it.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
2026.
Yeah.
2026. We'll put
Yeah.
that in rotation.
Atlantucky.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Hip and Hops, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Hip and Hops, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool spot.
I do want to throw this out here just because, but Den Music Fest, November 2nd through November 8th. November 2nd, we are in Atlanta. November 8th, we are in LA. You can go to denmusicfest.com and get tickets. Right now, we got early bird tickets, 2 for 1. I'm just saying it there. And you know, let's just do for our thinkers. Use promo code BlackManThink. You'll get a little something extra off on your tickets too.
There you go.
There it is.
Throw that out there right there.
There it is.
Black Man Think at the checkout. There you go.
Mo, hold on, wait. Mo, you going?
I'll be there. November 2nd.
8.
Are you talking about LA?
I know you talking. I know what you're talking about.
When is the LA show?
We talked about this.
I know what you're
November
talking
8th?
about.
Yeah.
We talked about this. What was it?
Change of
August or
plans.
September?
Change of plans.
It might have been August.
I think it was August.
End of August. Early. It probably was end of August.
All we know is Black Men Think will be represented at both Den Music Fest.
There you go. Hey. Yeah, we'll do it, man. Absolutely. Homeboy check-in, man. How y'all doing, man? Everything going?
Made it here. That's all I got. That's all I got. for you.
Sometimes it be like that though. It be like that, man. You know, it's just like, bro, I arrived.
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
Yep.
I understand.
I got I was talking with somebody earlier this week, and they hit me with an answer. I'm gonna share it with y'all because I was like, I told them on the spot, I am still in this, and I am taking this with me in my walk.
Yeah.
I asked them how they were doing. They said, "Yo, just following the plan and adjusting accordingly." I was like, "That is mine." Say, I'm just following the plan and adjusting accordingly. I was like, I like that because sometimes we really don't have no words when people ask how we doing.
Yeah.
We really just like, I'm okay, I'm good or whatever. Hey, bro, following the plan and adjusting accordingly.
But sometimes though, do you really want to complain? But then it's like, dang, I don't want to complain because you probably got complaints too. So like, I don't want to pile my like issues or come at you with my issues. Like I know you got issues too. To be like, man, I'm good, man. You know.
Oh yeah.
I don't be wanting to complain because it's almost like they're expecting. It's like you can see it in the face sometimes. Like they're expecting a different answer, and you asked me, but you just triggered me in a way where I just want to go ahead and pile it on. And I look at your face, and you like,
you're good too, right?
But my thing is like, I'm like, if complaining, is it going to solve anything at the end of the day? And so I'm like, I'm good, or I made it.
I feel that, but some days I do be wanting to be like, you want to know?
right.
You really want to know?
Let me hit you with
Got laid off.
Yeah.
Wife let me go. Dang. They say a computer can do my job better than I can do.
It's all good.
Break.
Yeah. But yeah, this week has been cool. I had my kids got to me, like really got to me, where it was just, I mean, I don't know. And I'm sure like when you peel back some layers, it's probably something else. But it was just like one of them times. You ever been in that moment? And I mean, Corey, you don't have kids, but you ever been in a moment with your children when like you're not ready to play around? Like you're being very serious, but they are in a very different type of mindset. Like they are trying to be playful.
2 hours ago.
You know what I'm saying? Like when your mind is like on some, hey, bro, like I'm letting you know I'm not, like you're doing too much.
Right.
And man, my youngest just like kept going with the most and just like, bro, throwing fits and like not want to do stuff. And I just like, I shut it down. Like it was just like something like, look, I ain't gonna say it no more. Go in and do what I told you to do. You know, just like all of that. And you know, she's also like the more sensitive one too. So like when I raised my voice like that, she was just like oh, it don't got real for real.
Yeah.
And it just broke her down. You know what I'm saying? And so I had like that. And then even my wife was trying to come up. I was like, no, you said you were doing something, so go down there and do what you were doing. And let me.
You can get this too.
She called her straight too, you know, and I love her. I love her wife, but she called her straight too because it was like she was. I think it was like for one, we were all. This is like they're all on break. The kids on break.
You had a full week.
And you know, I was tired, stressed out, doing all this stuff, and then like wifey tired, stressed out. And I think she was either trying to like cook or something. And she was asking me like, oh, can you get the girls a shower or whatever? Even though like they both can give themselves a shower now. Like they can do all the things. Like Noelle just need for me to cut the water on and off for her. But like they can do all the things. Yes, they got it. Bruh. And when she heard me up there like raising sand, she tried to come upstairs. I was like, no, you said you had something to do. Go on downstairs and do what you got to do. I got this right now. I've reached that level of like, yeah, I'm frustrated, but like all y'all gonna get it right now because
it's a focus that come with that frustration.
Yeah.
He'd be like, nope, this was about to happen.
Yeah, this was about to happen.
You go in here, you go in there. I dare you to challenge me. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
And that's what it was, you know, and it was just, you know, after like today, I took her out for like a daddy-daughter day. Like we spent some time so she can kind of understand like, yeah, I meant what happened. I meant all of that, but also I'm showing you that there's also still love here too. Like letting her know that like, yeah, you pissed dad off, but also like, hey, dad gonna get pissed off sometimes too. But hey, let's go and spend some time together. So we went and washed the car, went to Lowe's, like went to Publix and did, you know, we just did like regular stuff, but we did it together.
She's hanging out with daddy.
Yeah, she's hanging out with dad by herself, which, you know, that doesn't happen a lot of times because they going with us both places. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to do a better job of that. We have to, not even trying, we have to do a better job of the separation. And
giving them each their quality time.
Yeah, exactly. Because we don't do that a lot.
Yeah.
Now we got groups over here. We get too many of y'all. Like I can't. How? Like tell me how. Now, low key, I had a very similar situation yesterday, and mine was slightly different. My daughter, my youngest daughter, who is, count them down, 8 currently. So mom was taking a break. doing what she needed to do. Rest of the kids is on me. She immediately, as soon as mom went to get a break, she started banging on the door. Mom. I was like, hey. No, mom's resting. What you need? I'm trying to get my clothes for tomorrow. All right, you got to wait. 2 seconds later, I hear her running in her room with the, the extra, which we all have seen. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, come on downstairs. Because one, what we're not about to do is do this tantrum for the next 2 hours. Because if I let it go, that's what's going to happen. Let me go ahead and shut it down now. And, we went through our routine, our motions. She's having a fit. I'm calming it down, but also trying to say, you need to control your emotions. Right. You're not about to lose your emotions and lose your control of your emotions because I told you no, or because I told you to wait. What you're going to do is what I told you to do, period, And it didn't work. And then I was like, all right, what's wrong? I let her try to explain, blah, blah, blah. And I try to let her know, either way, you're having an overreaction. I need you to calm down, and I need you to listen to what I'm saying. And I need you to go do what I'm doing, or do what I said do. It didn't work. I was like, okay, what's really going on? She's still emotional, still crying. She said, you were being mean to me. I said, no, I wasn't. This is what I was trying to get you to do. I said this, I said that, and you didn't do it. And I needed you to come downstairs. So that's what I said. No, but it felt like you were talking to me mean. I said, okay, let me take a step back.
Yeah.
I said, what's really going on? And what I uncovered is that my youngest daughter is so similar to my wife. And then I realized that I had been trying to correct course with her for all of 15 minutes. This conversation went on. I was cooking, but we were having a conversation at the same time. And then I realized I'm still talking to her, trying to correct her behavior, but she's still crying. And I'm like, okay, she's hurt. And so I had to for real, stop what I was doing, kind of come down to her level and say, look, I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. I didn't mean to hurt you, and I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. What I needed you to do was redirect and blah, blah, blah. But I started realizing man, I'm trying to be dad. I'm trying to be no, this is what's going to happen right now. And I'm trying to corral the others and trying to set the tone and all this different stuff. And at the end of the day, she feels offended. She legit feels hurt because of the tone I had. And I'm like, man, my daughter has some for real, she's having an emotional reaction to what I did. And I realized I had to regardless of what I needed her to do as a parent, I kind of had to step back from that and care for her as a child and care for her as somebody who's having feelings in this moment. And it looked very similar to the way that I have to kind of backpedal when my wife and I may be having a strong conversation. And it's she's reacting to she's reacting to how I'm saying something as opposed to what I'm saying. And I was like, man, it's crazy. I got an 8-year-old that I'm having the same type of conversation with. And it's interesting. I think I sent something out in the chat earlier this week, but I'm learning at this stage in my life that whether I'm right, whether I am justified, whether I have a very good reason, there is a certain level of gentleness that is required of me in order for the message to be received.
Yep.
It's hard because I ain't there. I'm trying to I'm trying to set the tone. I'm trying to I got other stuff to handle. I'm trying to put it in position, trying to get people in order. But if I don't come with a level of even keel communication, then the message is not going to be received the way that I think it is.
Yeah. True story, man.
That's
crazy. Growth that you're realizing that. Has someone ever had to point that out, or you start to realize different case scenarios?
No, it done got pointed out. I'm married, 13 years, just hit 13. It done got pointed out a few times, and yet I thought that I had figured out based on what was pointed out, like how to engage.
Yeah.
And sometimes I still be off. Sometimes I don't even realize it and then take a minute to be like, nah, I said what I said the way that it needed to be said, and it still didn't land. I'm like, well, dang, okay.
We have to think a lot more with empathy, sympathy, and patience. Wrap into one. Especially
Houseway.
How? If I had the answers, I'd be rich right now.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. And it's like you said, it's that sliding scale type thing that you're never gonna get it right because one, as the girls grow, they change. Even the boys, so as they grow and change, so is that approach. So sometimes it's gonna be a little bit more empathy than the sympathy and the patience. Sometimes it's gonna be more patience than the empathy and the sympathy. So it's really not just a formula. It's just gonna be a situational by situational type thing. And unfortunately, it's probably gonna be similar to how it is now, is that you're gonna be doing something, then you're gonna have to take that step back.
Yeah.
Because you it's no pattern to it, right? It's life. So life is gonna always throw curveballs at you. But the thing about it is at the end of the day, coming from the heart, all the other things can still work themselves out. So, but I think the key part to it is to try to have that gentleness, period. And then the rest of the things I think will feed into them. Because that happened to my daughters every other day where they be like, "Oh, Daddy, you hurt my feelings because I said no."
Right.
And, like,
and that triggered me too. I'd be like, "Bro, nah, I said no, and I mean no. Like this is not going to change."
Yeah. But see, that's the tough part too, bro. Because and I hear everything y'all saying, and I truly believe all of that. But sometimes, man, your word needs to just be low, bro.
And I agree. And I agree.
And that's so, man. Listen, bro, that is so tough when you are in a household. I'm gonna say it, and y'all might beat me up for it, but when you're in a household full of women, dog, it is very tough when sometimes your word is not law.
Mm-hmm. But I think that's the balance part, right? And so the point I was going to pivot to was also to say that even though you're doing all that, there are those times you have to stand firm and mean what you mean, and it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And this is going to sound wrong. No sugarcoating of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because at the same time, yes, you want to be gentle, but at the end of the day, you need to remind that I am the parent.
Yeah.
Because once they get older, they need to understand that too. But it's very few and far in between because you do want to do that. You want to nurture them and all that other stuff. But I think all those point and critical and pivotal moments where you do need to stand firm and let your no, your yes, or whatever you say and how you say it be that.
Be that.
I think what I realized is from the experience yesterday, there's also a level of emotional intelligence that has to be attached to
100%.
Dad, husband saying what they saying and blah blah blah, and it's it's really honestly it's weird, man. It's like we got these little kids, all of us really. You got your little kids, you know what I'm saying? But nah, they are just as much. Even at their age, they don't understand everything that's happening with them, but they have just as many emotions as we have.
As we do, yeah. No,
and they react in a way that we don't understand because we, 40, 30 years ahead of them or whatnot. And yet it's almost like they don't know how else to react, which is what I realized yesterday. My daughter is crying because she doesn't know what else she doesn't know how to express herself.
Right. Yeah.
She doesn't know what to say. She doesn't know how to say Dad, I feel like this is unfair. She doesn't know how to say I just wanted to talk to Mom and Mom didn't open the door. She didn't know how to say I know what you were telling me to do, but I felt like you yelled at me and it reminded me of a time where I felt. She just says I feel sad.
Right. Know how to regulate her emotions. Yeah, because it's a learning process.
Exactly. So, and I think as a parent, I had to recalibrate my approach in the moment and realize all right, all this direction I'm giving, it ain't getting through right now.
Getting through.
Right. Yeah. So let me pull back and have an encounter, come down to her, to where she is, meet her where she's at, and then honestly put aside my agenda and get through to her in a way that she still feels safe. Right. She still feels like Dad loves me, Dad wants to hear from me, Dad wants to speak with me and understand how I feel. And then I can get my point across eventually. But first I got to meet her where she at. And it was just a whole man, I don't feel like doing this right now, but I got to fall back.
It can be tough, bro. Like we went to Augusta to visit my in-laws a couple of days ago. And while we were down there, y'all know Jade is a firecracker, dog. Like she say what's on her mind at any given time, and she truly lives by the beat of her own drum. It is what it is. Yeah. So we were getting ready to leave, and I'm talking to everybody, and then I stopped, and Jade was like, "Are you done?" Like she just asked straight up, like, "Are you done?" Right? And it caught me. I was like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean I'm undone? Are you done talking?" Like that's what she asked. Like, "Are you done talking?" And then the way she said it, it triggered my mother-in-law. Like, and she was like, "Hold on, like what's going?" Like,
Yeah.
And then
that generation don't even know how to like
they don't, bruh.
Usually it's like, "What you mean?"
And so of course, because my mother-in-law triggered. Now my wife triggered because like now you showing up in front of So now now my wife on turned up a little bit. And at this point, Jade has this thing where she knows how to get a reaction out of you, and then she just look at you like, I don't know why you doing all that. Like she just and so
she's skilled.
Yeah, bruh. I'm talking about she know how to like just push the button. And so she did that and like, they going back and forth, and then Jade just kind of like walk off type thing. Walk off, go, and then my wife followed and she talking to her. My mother-in-law like, no, she need her butt whooped. And then I was like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Jade, they get pops, here and there. Like we don't do it as often like that. But I was like, Jade been like that since she been talking. That's just who she is. Like, I mean, and I know it may seem
disrespectful,
but I was like, man, that's just Jade. Like she don't mean anything by it. Like if you sat down and talked to her, she's just like, if you walk away from that conversation and come back and have another conversation with Jay, she was like, well, look, I just asked you a direct question. Are you done? If you're done, I had something I wanted to say, but like y'all always tell me don't interrupt. So I'm trying to ask like, hey, Dad, are you done? But she didn't say it in a like, hey, Dad, are you done?
Legit, like literally asking like are you
done?
Finished?
Yeah, are you done? Because like I got something I wanted to say, but I don't want to interrupt grown people. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, look, that's just Jade being Jade. I've learned that that's my daughter. That's who she is. So it don't bother me as much because I've learned to identify it. But the funny thing is, Jade is more like my personality, and Noelle is more like my wife's personality. So like Jade and my wife will clash like, bruh, because my wife don't have that type of personality where she just looking at Jade like you being disrespectful. I'm like, no, she just said what she had to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that happens a lot where I just have to kind of
Do you clash with Noelle?
Funny enough, we clash a lot because like Noelle is very much like her emotional. I'm not there with she just so into her feelings, and I just be like, yo, I just asked you to make up the bed, and it's 30 minutes on went by of you just giving me every reason why you ain't making up your bed. Like you've gave me every cry, you gave me every. I've learned her love language is acts of service. She wants you to do all those things for her. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not how she shows love. Like she loves to like hug and physical touch, but the way that she receives love is acts of service. Just like my wife. My wife is very much acts of service. Like she wants you to do things around the house for her. That's Noelle. And like once I started to pinpoint that she's not crying because she don't want to do the thing, she just wants you to do the thing.
Yeah.
You know, she wants you to be involved in the thing. You know, but it's very difficult, bro, when you're just trying to get something done. Like, yo, it's been 30 minutes. You could have been in the shower, out the shower, bed made.
Yeah.
Now you back downstairs watching TV.
So this has mostly been a parenting episode. So let's pause real quick. Let's turn to C-Wiz, dog. So when they in the shower, out the shower, you know what I'm saying, when they want their bed done, like what's your love language, homeboy? Like how you be communicating?
I just do it for them, man.
So acts of service.
Yeah.
Okay. Acts of service. Okay. Yeah. You said,
Yeah.
So they feel like, you know, you're gonna show up in a way that's like you're showing yourself by example.
Right.
What do you expect them? How do you expect them to communicate back to you?
Same thing.
Same thing.
You scratch my back. I scratch your back.
So no, real talk, have you did the 5 love languages?
Yeah.
You did. And so what did your
What's my
results?
love language?
Yeah.
Quality time. That's probably the biggest one.
That was number 1, the quality time. And did you do like that's how you receive love? How do you give love?
I mean, it just regarding like how
Do
what
you
is somebody
remember?
else's.
No, I'm saying like.
No, yeah. No, I don't remember.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's important, bro. Like we always talk about how we receive, but like how do you give the love? Like you got to know that love language too. Like
and it might be different.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It changes too over time.
Yep.
You know, I think I probably like ebbed and flowed between the way that I need to receive it is like words of affirmation. At one point, gifts was lower, but like I like gifts. I do like gifts. I think thoughtful gifts are meaningful. Quality time is not really high for me. Like I don't need that. My wife does. Like she needs quality time. She needs touch. Words, affirmation,
Gifts.
Gifts.
Acts of service.
Acts of service. I think that's how I give, like acts of service. You know, so it varies, but I like it changes. I realize it changes over time too.
Yeah,
it's weird for me because I actually a great mix of all of them, which is why my wife is always like, "Well, what do you want?" I'm like, honestly, I don't know. But when I did the test back. It's been years now. I literally was almost even in everything.
In every area?
But occasionally one might be the dominant depending on what I'm going through at the time. But I was like, that was very interesting. That's why I'm always like, I don't know. Because realistically, I don't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do give mine or show mine by acts of service or gifts. Those are probably my 2 top ones.
Gotcha.
On actually showing how people how I love. So
interesting.
Yeah, I definitely, the way I receive is like words of affirmation and probably a mix between quality time and like physical touch. Probably, I would say, I don't know, they probably go hand in hand, honestly, but like words of affirmation was the one, when I did the test. I don't know what it is now because I ain't did it in a while.
Yeah, it been years.
But the way that I usually give love is like acts of service. Like I'm always helping somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's been like that. Even if I don't even realize that I didn't even know that I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been, and probably between that and quality time. Like I'm big on like just spending time with people, you know, when need be. But yeah, that it's something that I think everybody should, whether you're in a couple or not.
yeah.
I think everybody should take that test and just kind of figure out who they are, bro, because it opened our eyes in our marriage, because I found out that my wife is an acts of service type of person, but the way that early on, the way that I was trying to show love was like, oh, you know, like buy a gift or like words of affirmation. And she don't care about none of that. Like, she was just like, no, bro, like, can you just clean up for me one day? Like, can I come home and like the house is spotless? Like, oh man, that's perfect. But, you know, that took a while because I was trying to love her the way that I like to be loved. So like, I'm telling you, you look nice today, and it ain't do nothing for her. Versus like, tell me I look nice today or something. Tell me like, oh, I love how you did. You know, that would do something for me, but it wouldn't do nothing for her. And so once we figured that out, that kind of really helped us out in our marriage, just like how we do things. Like I know when my wife's, when she is just like tired or exhausted, it's like, all right, Jay, you got to step it up and do some more stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
But knowing that is definitely helpful in a relationship, bro, because you'll be out here just think you're doing right, and you just doing all the wrong things.
Yep.
But I got a pro tip for us, for all the thinkers, man. Like something me and my wife started recently is like, take little periodic moments, maybe even once a week, and say like, have a conversation about what do you need from me? You know?
Oh, that's good.
It's just, it's a way to, one, create like a safe space around being honest, you know, kind of sharing like authentically, like this is what I need. And it doesn't have to be a shade moment. Like, it doesn't have to be like, you're not doing this. That's not really what it's meant to be. It's meant to really say, like, you got to honestly phrase your answer in a way to say, like, I need patience, or I need affection, in this specific type of way.
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to be like, you're not doing this or you're not doing that. Like, it's not really meant to throw shade. It's meant to really like affirm or like to say, you say what you need, regardless of what they're doing, what they have done, what they're not doing. You just say what you need and why you need it. And they get a chance, they get a peek inside of like really where you are with things and like where you're at, what you need from them, how they can support. And then it honestly opens up a dialogue in terms of like what they feel like they can do, how far they can go, what they can't do. You know what I'm saying? And then you kind of find this middle ground. And then they do the same thing, you know? So, you know, just for anybody out there listening, like, you know, try that with your people. Try that with your whoever it is that's, you know, special in your life, whoever that important person is. Like, say, hey, like, this is something I heard on the Black Men Think podcast. Like, I feel like it'll be valuable to our relationship. Yeah. Like, would you be interested in trying it? Let's just do it real quick. Like, you go first, you know? And they'll say, I need to feel safe, or I need to feel like you're hearing or understanding me, you know, or you know, and you'll be surprised like where that goes.
Yeah, me and my wife do that as well. We don't do it once a week. We do it a little bit more spontaneously. Yeah, so it might be like once a month, once every, just however the mood feels. But we do that occasionally as well, and it definitely does provide that opportunity for you to really be like, what do I need? Right? Because a lot of times you don't really know because you're just going through the hustle and bustle of the day's work. And then, but when that question really makes you think about you. What do I need? And it definitely does lead to some good conversations, like you said, though.
Yeah. I'm going to try that. I'm definitely going to try that because we don't do that. So, yeah.
Do y'all as seasoned veteran married men ever like say like things that you do like, hey, I like when you do that, or does that work too?
Yeah, because one of the things that you know, Marla hit on it, we are always changing. And so as you do change, as you find things that you do like, you say, hey, I like that. You know, that way that can put a little ticker in them like, okay, I remember he said he liked this, so I can, or at the same time, I also tell my wife something I don't like that. You know, that then like, okay, well, he used to like this, now he don't. So I think it's for both that you do need to tell them, hey, you know what, this really made me feel X, Y, and Z. Yeah. And then just go from there.
I think you got to be, on the flip side of that, you got to be open and like ready to hear things that you might not be ready to hear in terms of like what they like and what they don't like. Because you thinking you like, this is it right here, boy. Hey, this how I get it right. This how I warm her up. And she'd be like, no, I hate that. I like it. Honestly, that makes me feel blah, blah, blah. And you'd be like, and sometimes like you honestly as a man, like you got to curve your ego because you might hear something that you're not prepared to hear. And you just got to like take it in. You got to process it. You got to be like, okay, this is how she truly feels. Let me try to understand it from her perspective. And you might need to dive deeper. You might have to ask a follow-up question like, well, why do you feel like that? Or why does it make you feel this way? So that you can truly understand. And sometimes we're quick to like react in a way because we take things personally. It might not have nothing to do with you. It might have something to do with the past. It might have something to do with a worldview or a perspective on something that you weren't even intentionally trying to do, but you might say something, do something in a way that triggers them. And it might be for an entirely different reason. So before, as a man, as a black man, before you take it personally, try to understand, try to listen, then assess like what was your motive, what was your reason for doing that, and communicate that, you know? Because sometimes it just means like they might feel a certain way about something that they experienced before. You might be in a whole nother space. And when they realize like, oh, I didn't realize you aren't like this experience that I've had. Like you're doing this for a completely different reason. You'd be surprised, like it might change things, you know, or it might be a reason for you to be like, all right, I respect that. I understand it. I won't do it anymore, you know? And it's just, those type of conversations are so
needed.
They're needed. They're unpredictable. And I think you have to position yourself in a way very similar to what I was talking about earlier with my baby girls. Like, Sometimes you just got to fall back.
Yeah.
And then not only that, like for instance, I found out my wife don't like to be surprised. You know,
my wife
don't. I'm trying to do all of this. No, so I didn't got to the point now. I told her, I'm not surprised at you. What you want to do?
Yeah. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. But what I will do is try to add an element of surprise into it. But when it comes to like planning things or surprising, I don't do that no more because I know it's because she expects certain things the way that she sees it, and it's not the way I see it.
Yeah.
And so, but knowing that, I'm like, okay, cool. Well, what do you think about X, Y, and Z? So now to do a little bit of surprise into it, I'm like, okay, I'm thinking about these two places. Are these two places okay? And then, I can get down to, then I might could choose the place or whatever, to surprise it that way. But yeah, I realize now that, surprising people is not always the best thing because they might be expecting certain things to go certain ways, and that ain't the way you gonna do it.
Yeah. That's just getting to know your person, man. It's just like you got to know how to. The older I get, man, it's just, bro, you got to pick and choose your battles. That is a very true statement,
man.
Very. Like you're talking about falling back, bro. You have to do it a lot of times, especially with dealing with women. It's just like, you know what? It's all good. You got it. It ain't worth it. It's not worth me spending energy and time on this. It's all good.
Man, look, bro, that what you said right there is so important. And you have to, that's a challenge in itself, picking and choosing your battles, though. Because there are times where, I ain't gonna lie to you, there could be some times my wife could be talking about something, bro, she can be dead wrong.
Yeah.
And I know that I could just say like two things and it's over with.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? All right. Cool.
Yep.
You just eat it. And you got to eat it. And it ain't no like, it's not even a thing of just like, oh no, manning up or anything. Like, it's like, no,
it's
bro.
Your piece.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is, bro.
It's peace, bro.
It's your piece, bro. I'm like, no, because you don't get it. Like, you don't. And it's okay that you don't get it. That's how you're feeling in the moment, and you deserve to have that moment of feeling how you feel. But just know, I can say two things that'll shut that whole thing down, and I will hear that for like the next 10 years.
Right. It's all about, man, controlling your feelings and emotions.
Bro. And I'm sure she got the same thing
too. If you can do that,
me,
bro, if you can control your feelings and emotions, bro, you'll have so much peace.
Man,
to a certain extent, yes.
Well, within, I mean, you can't control your outside circumstances.
Well, no. What I mean by that is that, at least once again, for me and my wife, my wife wants that emotions, because she wants the authenticity, she wants to hear the real. She wants to hear that she wants me to emote. I'm not that big of an emotional person, y'all know me. And so, but that's the thing that she actually does want. She wants you to be vulnerable, and being vulnerable means what? You have to be emotional as well, right?
That's crazy.
And so that's why I'm gonna say, there's a double-edged sword to that.
I was gonna say I'm the opposite, which is crazy because I don't mind sharing.
I know you don't.
I let you know, like this is how I really feel. This is what I really think. This is why you're wrong. Blah blah blah. And like my wife want me to dial it back to the point where like, no, I need you to communicate in a way that I can receive it via all the reasons, whether I feel like I am communicating as best as I can. Sometimes it might still not meet how I need to communicate,
right?
And I still have to like pause, be controlled, and not that I feel like I'm out of control, but I still might not be communicating in a way that she can receive.
Correct.
Those are two different things.
Yep.
I might feel controlled. I might feel like I have a full range of my emotions. I am not out of bounds. I'm saying this as clear as I can, and it could still hit in the wrong way if I'm not considering like what triggers her
and how she receives
it.
100%.
You want to know my problem? I'll
do tell.
You shut down.
My problem is I'm quiet. I shut down most of the time, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm either I got two gears. I'm either shutting down
Are you
I'm up here, but when I'm up here, I am direct as hell. And my direct as hell can come off as like
slice and dice.
It can come off slice and dice, and come off as sarcasm, and come off as like, oh, that ain't how you really feel. I'm like, no. If I get to the point where I'm talking
Yeah.
I'm telling you exactly how I feel.
Matter of fact, you saying everything.
I'm saying everything in that moment, but sometimes it'd be like, and it's my fault too, because like I don't do it all the time. So because when I don't do it all the time, you're like, oh, do you really feel like that? Like, no, babe, I'm not mad. I'm just letting you know right now I want to be by myself. Can y'all leave me alone? I'm in here in the studio by myself. I don't want like, and it'll come out just like that. You be like, do he really want to? Like, no, like I don't feel like being bothered with y'all. I'm sitting here by myself right now. I don't want to deal with nobody. I'm here, and it'll come off just like that. And it's just like it ain't fair to her because like she's like, damn, I've been trying to get that emotion for like 2 weeks now. You ain't been saying nothing, but then when I do say something, it's just like blah.
It's like, all right, fine.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to be in the middle of that. How I can just be like, oh, you asked me something in the moment. I don't have to take an hour to process. I can just tell you right then and there. I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
At least you're processing better, man. That's sometimes I be processing for days.
Oh, no, bro. I just say that to make myself look good. It'd be longer than that.
Hey, man, sometimes you take that pause, man. Sometimes your response is better when you can put a little pause on it. Like, let me circle back around. Make sure you go back to it, though.
But see, the problem, Corey, is I don't say give me the time to think about it. Me neither. Yeah. I'm just like, you can ask me a question. Like, bro, I have a thing where my wife can ask me a question. I will take that question as a rhetorical question. I will not answer.
Oh, I've done that plenty of times too.
Where it's just like, because you ask you, and I know I'm saying to my, I know I can be wrong in this, but my wife can ask me something like, so you ain't gonna like do something or whatever, like you ain't gonna like you ain't gonna fold the clothes or nothing like that. And in my head, I'm like, why in the hell you asking me? Am I going like, I'm watching football right now. I'm not doing anything while I'm watching football. I'm happy to fold these clothes tomorrow. I'm not doing it tonight. Right now, I'm looking at football. This is my time to myself. I'm not doing nothing.
What do you actually say though?
I would say I would be like,
yeah. You know? I mean, boy ain't saying nothing.
Bro.
Boy saying,
bro, it's a problem. Like I'm not even trying to like. I know we're laughing at it, but like I know, what you just heard me say prior to that was what I said in my head.
I got you. Yeah.
But the outward part would be like, no. I mean, and then like I say, I get to that point where I'd be like, no, I ain't doing it. I'll do it tomorrow though.
Yeah.
And then it comes off as like, well, where'd that come from? Why you don't want to do it? It'll be so helpful if you do it. I mean, then I'm like, it'll be helpful if I do it tonight, but will it still be helpful if I do it tomorrow?
Yeah.
If I say I'm gonna do it, right?
Yeah.
I'll do it tomorrow. Right now, I ain't doing nothing. I'm looking at the game, and that's what I'm doing. Everybody in the house about to be asleep. It's gonna be me by myself down here watching TV. Ain't bothering nobody. Don't y'all bother me right now. Looking at the game.
I feel you, man. Sometimes you like,
hey, boy,
man.
Look, man.
I'm hell, bro. I know. I mean, my wife is special. She's special because I mean, I'm a very loving person. Yeah. But when my mind is set up on what I'm doing, is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
All of that, because I know my heart in the right place. Like I'm gonna do it, but like
not right now.
Bro, I've always been like stubborn in that way. Like you can't tell me what to do. That's the quickest way to get me not to do it.
Yeah.
You be like, hey, I need you to like do y'all. Either one of y'all can be like, hey, bro, like, hey, go ahead and do this for me, and then like stop talking. I'm looking at you like, oh, okay, for sure. All right, that's a bet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. We gonna see.
Yeah. No, I mean that. You know, that's something that I got to work on. You know what I mean? And I'm well aware that I have to work on that. But like, bro, I've always been defined in that way. Like, bro, you can't tell me what to do.
Yeah,
right.
Like that. Like, no. No, my boy. Like, he go work out for you. You just gonna be sitting there waiting.
Every time I fold clothes, now I'm gonna think about this.
Bro, and also like I just absolutely hate folding clothes too. That's just, you know, that's like the one chore I've never enjoyed, folding clothes. Like I'll put them in the washing machine, I'll put it in the dryer.
But them drawers be looking like
Bro, I can't stand folding up clothes, dog. I think I've said it on the pod before. Like my wife would fold up clothes and like put them in, you know, the little what you call it, like a little basket or whatever. And like, bro, I will take clothes out of the basket to wear. Like, it's bad. I need to do better.
Different strokes for different folks, bro.
Bro.
That part.
Yeah, it is what it is. We don't have a
my tree
Ask a Black Man for this week, so we'll do it like this. If y'all want more content like this, make sure y'all go over to Patreon, patreon.com/blackmanthink. Shout out to all of our thinkers there. We appreciate y'all so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, any final words? Anything else? We good?
I think we good, bro.
We good. All right, man. Black Man Think podcast, where we elevate our black man because black men be out here thinking. We'll see y'all next week.
The Black Men Think podcast.